Welcome into the championship game of the 2018 Gobbler Invitational on Youth Hockey Hub, presented by Paradise Rinks. And the first up from Osseo-Maple Grove in Minnetonka, the PeeWee B1 Championship. These two teams rolling through with a combined record of 7-0-1, 4-0 for Osseo-Maple Grove, untied with 18 goals in the tournament. They'll be in white and black. Minnetonka at 3-0-1 in the familiar blue and black of Skippers hockey. And we roll right to left with Osseo-Maple Grove controlling in front of their goalkeeper, Cameron Drifke. He'll keep a watchful eye. This is a team that's given up just 1.5 goals per game in their 4 games so far. A 4-game guaranteed tournament now here into the championship on a Sunday at the Gobbler. Glad you're alongside as it's pushed up ahead quickly. Logan Arnold able to work it around the net for the first time into the Minnetonka zone in front of Benji Ferguson. The netminder on the other side for Minnetonka. They've allowed also 1.5 goals per game. Both of these teams an identical 6 goals allowed so far in this tournament as the puck skitters its way all the way back towards Drifke. He'll touch it up and allow the defense to play it forward. Jonathan Hicks, couple of assists on the tournament. Defenseman here moves it back up towards the blue line. It's up on the stick of Ryan Cashbaum. Cashbaum with a goal in the tournament. He mishandles at the blue line. It's forced away and poked right back. Briggs Leeser on his way towards it. It's to the change for Minnetonka, as Osseo-Maple Grove trying to make their way out of their own end. They did so successfully right after we dropped the puck as we're into this 12-minute first period. Haven't really given possession up as Karsten Kautzman takes it into the near side corner, surrounded by 3 blue sweaters, and it's poked out by Winston Wheaton. Wheaton able to push it all the way back to the blue line, not quite out of the zone. That's done with some good defense work by Jackson McGannick. Back to the near side as it's controlled by Ben Barth. Barth with 5 points in the tournament so far. Works it to the far side of the neutral zone where it's picked up and played over there by Cullen Murray. He's unable to crawl it across the blue line and push it into the Osseo-Maple Grove zone. That was Zach Hutari, excuse me. And it's pushed back instead. Big collision out near center ice as the puck goes the opposite way, back below the goal line of the Skippers. Out of their own zone they come, but turned right over there at neutral ice. Taken away for Osseo-Maple Grove. Flipped up, and a first save for Benji Ferguson as it went hopping in up off the stick of big Orion Breitenfeld. Big forward for Osseo-Maple Grove with 2 goals in the tournament. Eli Larson is the leading goal scorer in black and white. Logan Arnold with 3. Larson has 4 for Osseo-Maple Grove. A 5-goal scorer whose name we've already called in Winston Wheaton on the other side for Minnetonka. Wheaton with 5, Ben Barth right behind him with 3, and then there's a host of players with 2 goals for the Skippers, the leading scoring team in this tournament so far with 20 to Osseo-Maple Grove's 18. Worked back the other way by Brady Abbott. Defender crashes into Abbott, ends up down on the deck along with him. Tanner Smith created the chaos, and the puck springs out of it back towards the blue line, turned away right there. Pushed back by Osseo-Maple Grove. Still fluttering in the zone as it's popped out. Controlled at neutral ice and pushed ahead as Eli Larson was out of the zone and then popped back in with possession of the puck. He was upended looking for a call. The puck is free out to Tanner Smith. Smith from Minnetonka moving it into the corner, trying to extract it from their own zone. Little pressure there from Logan Arnold. Arnold with 5 total points, 2 of those coming off assists to go along with his mentioned 3 goals. It's held in by Jacob Sawicki on the near side. Out to the blue line for Lucas Backy, who takes a big long shot. It stays on the pads of Ferguson, but floating free. And finally, Benji Ferguson able to drop down on top of it. He sees his second shot of this period with 8:59 to go in the first. And this PeeWee B1 Championship, the 2018 Gobbler Invitational, tilted just to the left a bit here with the Osseo-Maple Grove squad, unbeaten so far, maintaining pressure. They went unbeaten through pool play of the tournament, scoring 5 goals 3 different times to make their way to their 18-goal total. That included a 5-4 victory over Edina White in their semifinal win. All of that happening early this morning. 2 semifinal victories for these 2 teams. Minnetonka trying to move it out of the zone. It's intercepted, taken back by Cashbaum. Cashbaum to the middle, finds Arnold. Arnold spinning, and that shot just goes wide. Didn't draw a piece of Ferguson that time. Back to the near side. And through neutral ice it goes, but it's Brody Harala defensively back there for Osseo-Maple Grove, able to control it just a moment and allow his team a chance to pry it out of the zone once more. Coming up on 8 minutes to play here in this first period, a floating puck goes in front of Drifke. He watches it closely as the defenseman comes over and knocks it away. Out towards the blue line it goes, and Osseo-Maple Grove sends it out of their zone, but it's caught up along the near side boards, and it is plucked away, this time by Cashbaum. Cashbaum moving it up the near side. He's watched closely by Cole Langvin, shadowing up the near side boards, and eventually Langvin able to take it away and pop it up. Out towards the blue line, Minnetonka able to send it out of the zone. Nobody back, though, to create a rush, so it's Osseo-Maple Grove to work it back defensively in the midst of a change. Scoreless here with under 7:40 to go here in this first period. Youth Hockey Hub Gobbler Invitational. We've got the PeeWee B1 Championship here. One of two classes skating here over the weekend in the Gobbler. And we'll have the Bantam Championship coming up directly after this one. Inside of 7:20 to go in a scoreless game. Osseo-Maple Grove has the two shots of note so far. But so far, two saves for Benji Ferguson on the other end in blue. Worked around, back held at the blue line. Hutari tried to hold it, slips past him. Eli Larson is right there on the spot to pick it up. He tries to spin it ahead to Kautzman. It's deflected away in traffic and back to Minnetonka. They control if they can reverse ice to the near side. Instead, it's maintained on that far side, cross the blue line with a shovel pass, but Brady Leeser is there to send it back around the boards looking for Larson. Held in by Hutari again from Minnetonka. Bangs off the backboards and circles towards the near side. Aim for the blue line and Jackson McGannon. McGannon was waiting. The puck never made its way there. Instead, from the near side circle, Winston Wheaton, top scorer on this Minnetonka team, takes that blast and it goes wide. He's one of the top scorers, couple scorers tied with 5 goals in the tournament. All told, trying to cap it off with a Gobbler championship. Coming up on the 6:10 mark, and a good scoop up and out of the zone by Osseo-Maple Grove, but it's going to be an icing to bring it back the other way with 6:06 to go. There is a roasted turkey up here by our broadcast location, and I can't help but assume that that's going to go to the winner. There is only one, though, so we do have 2 classes. I imagine Tony Scott's got another one somewhere, waiting in the wings, as it were, the wings. 6:06 to go in a scoreless game in the first period. From the circle, it's popped down towards Joey Gassert for Minnetonka. They're exerting some pressure now. Hadn't done that over the first half of this first period. Osseo-Maple Grove able to bring it out of the zone. Upended off the skates, and a penalty coming up for a tripping here. But Osseo-Maple Grove still with possession as Abbott brings it to the near side, and he eventually has his pocket picked by Tanner Smith. But will get a penalty for the first time. And it's going to come on Minnetonka. So the first power play of this game goes to Osseo-Maple Grove. They scored a power play goal in their semifinal victory. And it was Logan Arnold who was able to pop that in with the man advantage as they have it here. Working right to left against Benji Ferguson. He stopped a couple of shots so far in this scoreless game with 5.5 to go in the first period. It's RJ Matson called for the trip. Puck slides down into the corner, taken by Cashbaum. He reverses to the near side. Still everything below the net right now as Minnetonka's pinched in on the post. Into the middle it goes for the first time. Logan Arnold tripped up as he falls over the circle. And it's taken away by Minnetonka. Trying to work it ahead under possession. It's up to Tate Brink to settle it down and work it back up to take advantage of another minute 15 on this power play. Pushed up towards neutral ice it goes. Logan Arnold working to the far side, spinning outside the circle, feeds right back to the middle, had a chance for Cashbaum. And it just flutters away, but then the rebound chance goes home. And it's 1-0 Osseo-Maple Grove. Ferguson couldn't make the clean save on what was a beautiful feed from Logan Arnold to Ryan Cashbaum. But the trickling puck eventually found its way home and a power play goal. With 4:53 to go here in this first period. Puts Osseo-Maple Grove up 1-0. Let's see who it was who chipped that in as Ferguson settles over the puck again. So Osseo-Maple Grove now with their 19th goal of the tournament. They're just one off the pace of Minnetonka. They do have a shutout to their credit, so pop another goal and keep this one at a goose egg on the other side, and they can also lay claim to that along with the Gobbler championship. But this is a tough Minnetonka team to hold down. Jacob Sawicki credited with his third goal of the tournament. This on the power play. So he cleans up the effort that was started by Arnold and Cashbaum on a beautiful break on the power play. As we come up on 4 minutes to go, period number 1. We've got the PeeWee Championship here of the 2018 Gobbler Invitational presented by Paradise Rinks here on Youth Hockey Hub. Minnetonka trying to find some pressure. We had just mentioned before that penalty on a break out of the zone as there's a nifty little backhand shoveled towards the net. Stopped up easily by Drifke. That was Jacob Worms. Got creative down there. Bring a face-off to the glove side of Drifke. We were just talking about how Minnetonka had started to exert some pressure. And wouldn't you know it, Osseo-Maple Grove pries it out of the zone, and on their way through neutral ice, a tripping penalty leads to the power play goal. Now it's Osseo-Maple Grove down a man. Penalty whistled on Lucas Baki. So their first penalty try to try and even things up. Baki called for the exact same call. Didn't see that trip, but that's what we got right before the change. So we got the special teams unit out there. McGannon holds it in at the blue line. A walk along the goal line. Little feed to the backside. A shot and an equalizing goal is 6th of the tournament for Winston Wheaton. Just like that, a little bit over a minute and a half later, Minnetonka scores to tie us up at 1. 3:19 remaining. And Wheaton, the assist will be the key call here on who grabs that, because it was a beautiful saucer pass right along the goal line. It ties us up at 1 apiece. So 2 teams, 2 power play goals to open up the scoring with just 3 minutes to go here in this first period. Osseo-Maple Grove trying to fight back. So Wheaton, I believe that gives him sole possession of the top scoring, and it's Barth should be credited with that assist. It'll be his 3rd on that feed across. So yeah, Wheaton breaks up a tie with Nico Russ for the Edina White squad, and now has his 6th goal of the tournament. That puck was tipped back on a potential icing. That was the call, so Osseo-Maple Grove down to get it, but Minnetonka right there to provide some pressure. It's pushed back towards the blue line. Tanner Smith, a watchful eye on it, able to hold it in and push it back down below the goal line. It's tracked down on that far side by Gasser. Back to Osseo-Maple Grove. Smith there to try and tap at a fluttering puck, and he does just keep it away from Abbott. Able to push it ahead. There's a shot for Bonthius. And Ryan Bonthius put it on the sticks of Drifke, and he was able to send it wide to the near side. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. 2 power play goals in this game so far. The championship as it's taken away near side by Murray. Murray dumps it down into the corner. He's got Bonthius trailing him behind. Instead, it's taken away by Osseo-Maple Grove. With 2 minutes to go, the long feed pass ahead, a little bit past Cashbaum. And that's going to be called an icing because Cashbaum had no chance to catch up to that. Minnetonka, meanwhile, picked up a 6-2 victory over Prior Lake. They were tied at 1 early in the first, scored 5 unanswered goals against the Prior Lake squad that was previously unbeaten at 3-0. Got a couple of goals in that game from Joey Gassert. His 2 of the tournament came in the semifinals, one of those on the power play. And they won their way right here to this championship game earlier this morning. PeeWee Championship here at the Gobbler 2018 is tied at 1 apiece. Winston Wheaton scoring on a power play goal to answer what was a power play goal for Jacob Sawicki on the other side. Taken away by Briggs Leeser. Under 90 seconds to go here in the first period. Long shot from the blue line. Rams into the shoulder of an Osseo-Maple Grove defender as Tanner Smith put a little mustard on that. It bounces out. Smith able to track it down. Eludes 2 forwards right to the puck and starts it back the other way. Cullen Murray from the near side, and somebody was in too quick. To the left, Bonthius. Murray and Bonthius and Smith will all head to the bench. Join some other teammates who are already over there with 1:11 to go. Full changes here as Wheaton's going to take the draw right in front of us against Aquila Domingo. 3 assists, 2nd on the team in assists behind Karsten Kautzman, who has 4. 1:06 to go Osseo-Maple Grove scored first, but we're sitting knotted at 1. Both teams taking advantage of the only 2 penalties of this game. That puck ripped away by Harala. Harala with some speed across the Minnetonka blue line. Harala from the circle, and he bangs one right into Ferguson as he swallows it up to keep things tied at 1 inside of 50 seconds to go. Lots of speed for Brody Harala. We haven't seen much of that to this point for either one of these teams. One skater end to end, and that's basically what Harala did. Couldn't finish it off with a goal. He takes the win of the draw, sends it back to Baki. Baki, he'll fire that one wide of the glove of Ferguson and into the back of the net for a 2-1 lead. Osseo-Maple Grove. Even strength with 43 seconds to go. And it's the second lead of the game, both by a single goal. And the first goal of the tournament for Lucas Baki. And there was certainly some shielding that was going on. The vision was impaired for Benji Ferguson. And he thought he was going to be able to reach out and swat that one away from the left post. And he could not get there. 33 seconds to go. Face-off neutralized. 2-1 Osseo-Maple Grove here in the first. Gassert. Around on the near side. Osseo-Maple Grove, they haven't allowed Minnetonka to set up, certainly not even strength, set up too much shop in their zone. The lone goal comes on the power play. It was off the first face-off of that power play. So we're inside the final 10, a break on this near side. Liam Doyle trying to find an angle to his shot. He skitters it in front of the net. It will go wide to the far side, and that's how the first 12 minutes will end. 2-1, the lead for Osseo-Maple Grove after 1. We'll be back with the second period after this here on Youth Hockey Hub. It's the Gobbler 2018 presented by Paradise Rinks. Headed to the second period of our PeeWee Championship here of the 2018 Gobbler Invitational on Youth Hockey Hub. It's presented by Paradise Rinks, and it's 2-1 Osseo-Maple Grove. J.W. Cox with you from the Bloomington Ice Gardens. Rink 1 here at the Bloomington Ice Gardens. The big one with lots of fans representing both these teams on the far side, tucked in behind their benches. So a good atmosphere for these kids playing for a championship here of the Gobbler 2018. Closing out the Thanksgiving weekend. Hope it was a happy and safe Thanksgiving for everybody out there. 2-1 on goals from Sawicki and Baki. Winston Wheaton with the lone goal. That was a power play for Osseo-Maple Grove. Now a break right off the draw for Abbott. He fires it home towards the net, and it's saved by Benji Ferguson. We'll open things up. Walking the tightrope there, and Ferguson makes another save. He faced the first 2 shots of this game, and then eventually Osseo-Maple Grove able to break through on that power play to start the scoring. Fluttering puck, Ferguson watches it slide by on the near side. We're 20 seconds into period number 2 with a 2-1 lead for Osseo-Maple Grove. Minnetonka able to just push it out of the zone, then flipped up ahead with a nifty backhand coming for Cullen Murray. Tracked down by Osseo-Maple Grove. They'll move it up on the near side. Orion Breitenfeld trying to send it to neutralize, and he's able to put it onto the stick of a teammate. That's Abbott. Flowing from the far side circle. He had some open net, and he missed it wide to the near side. Coming up on 11:15 to go. Still that 2-1 lead for Osseo-Maple Grove. Popped up ahead. Tapped down by Winston Wheaton, but he couldn't get rolling with the skates. And so the puck springs free. Now we've got some speed flying up on the near side again. It's Brendan Kranz, turns the corner and walks along the goal line. Tries to send it back out in front. It's tapped by Ferguson. And that stopped it from getting to anyone out front. Now results in the rush coming back the other way. Elder for Minnetonka. He centers the puck back out in front. Drifke wide and then clamps down with that left pad, able to stop the nifty move in front. Looked like Cullen Murray off that feed from wide. Elder able to settle it down and send the shot forward. .10:44 to go. Stick side draw for Cameron Drifke. Won by Osseo-Maple Grove and then controlled off that. A little bit of a mishandle by Minnetonka. Now it will be Osseo-Maple Grove who brings it out of the zone. Logan Arnold flies into the Minnetonka end. He'll center it back across through some traffic. Fluttering puck still alive. Ferguson able to steer it down past the goal line. Now wrap it up ahead around the boards. Poked out of the zone. A chance for Leeser. He'll track it down, play it backwards, and then move it back into the zone using Logan Arnold's stick. Back to the blue line, stopped right there by Minnetonka as Barth takes it through center ice. Barth able to leave it back behind for Wheaton. Wheaton able to send it back with the backhanded try. Back along the goal line it goes. Fluttering puck, bounce down. Massarelli, excuse me, got it below the goal line, but nobody home as Minnetonka settles for the change instead. Osseo-Maple Grove brings it out of the zone, caught up in traffic through neutral ice, taken away by Tanner Smith. Make that Madison. Matson works it to the far side. There's Gassert. Gassert trying to find somebody to center back out in front. He had Doyle floating down to the goal line. Doyle plays it from the corner, back to Gassert. Matson set up between the circles, waiting for the feed. It goes out instead to Langvin. Langvin's offering. That's ducked out of the zone. Massarelli sent it right back in, but there were still three skaters back on their heels in the zone. 9:21 to go, second period. With a 2-1 lead for Osseo-Maple Grove, trying to go unbeaten through the Gobbler and untied. Minnetonka, their lone tie, came in a 1-1 tight game against Matamidi. This is the third time, by the way, that they've played here on the big rink. Flown out to the blue line, Eli Larson, 4-goal scorer for Osseo-Maple Grove. Tried to leave it back behind, but there were only 3 defenders there, so Minnetonka gets the stop on the rush. Matson, undersized, trying to work past the blue line. Puck spins to the far side, controlled by Kautzman. Kautzman had it tapped away, and it's ducked in. Larson just has to try and trace it and track it down. Larson hacking at the puck. Instead, it's brought around the corner by Brady Abed and put right into the pads of Ferguson, who makes the save with 8:44 to go. 2-1, that was our score out of the first. Jacob Sawicki scored his 3rd goal of the tournament, came on a power play. And Lucas Baki, his lone goal of the tournament, coming here in a big spot to give his team a 2-1 lead. That was with just 43 seconds to go at even strength. Set offense, a long blast of a shot from Kranz. Karams off of Ferguson, drops down and taken away by Minnetonka. They're able to push it up the ice, looking for Wyatt Elder, but it's all the way and on net to Drifke. So it's going to work to gain some possession for Minnetonka. But you could have had a breakaway there if you put it on the stick of Elder. They'll take it, though. The draw to the glove side of Drifke. Off to the left. Bonthius hacking at it for Minnetonka up against Tate Brink that time, and Brink is the one who's going to extract the puck and poke it up the near side of Breitenfeld. Breitenfeld tried to spin it forward. Miller instead intercepted it before the blue line, but his pass is deflected right back, and here comes Abed. Abed worked to that far side circle before sending that winding shot in. With 8:12 to go, another stop by one of these 2 goaltenders, Benji Ferguson. In blue, this Minnetonka team that's allowed just 1.5 goals per game. They don't have a shutout yet, so a lot of consistent, low-scoring defensive efforts for Minnetonka. So we come up on 8 minutes to go. Second period action. All our scoring in the first. Minnetonka trying to change that and trying to get out of their zone first as it's backhanded by Holden Miller. He couldn't get it past the circle. It's deflected back down. Man in front. Shot, and it's saved by Ferguson. That one crawled up the left arm of Benji Ferguson, and he was able to plant that right in his glove. That looked to be a sure goal. I think it was Logan Arnold who was on the backside of that. Pitched a tent in the crease right there, or near it. Didn't have enough on it to get it past Ferguson, so credit Ferguson for keeping us right where we are at 2-1. Worms on the near side as the puck flies in under the control of Ben Barth, and it's taken away by Osseo-Maple Grove, but just pushed back as far as the blue line. It's sent back down by Langvin. To the near side it goes, wrapped around the boards by Wheaton, looking for the far side. Murray was there, taken away by the defense of Osseo-Maple Grove and worked up the near side boards. Man wide at neutral ice, good pass up ahead, finds its way to the stick of Cashbaum. Cashbaum bouncing puck, that one flutters off the stick of Ferguson as he directs it down. Cashbaum's there to pick it up, he's got a little bit of help from Sawicki. Cashbaum and Sawicki playing down behind the net, little miscommunication. Cashbaum thought Sawicki was going to keep coming, turns into the turnover. Minnetonka able to push it down to the zone. Osseo-Maple Grove catches up. Larson at neutral ice. Spins it down right in front of the scorer's bench. As Minnetonka takes it from the blue line. Pushes it up across, looking for Murray. Murray gets a stick on it just to move it down into the zone. But only Wheaton there to chase against 4 Osseo-Maple Grove skaters. Work to Larson. Larson looking ahead. Man off the bench was Kautzman, and he couldn't catch up to it. So it will turn into the icing. Bring it back the other way for Minnetonka. Stick side face-off. Matson will take it. Outside of Drifke. Harala able to touch it for Osseo-Maple Grove. Baki trying to work it ahead. They've got the big bodies out there with Harala, Baki, and Kautzman working in white. Trying to extract this puck. Harala ran into some traffic, but still able to push it ahead. Force Gasser to try and chase it down. Jackson McGannon there as well. He's played some solid defense work around the blue line so far, trying to win possession of this puck. Gasser does end up with it as 2 Minnetonka skaters get caught up, but it pops free for their teammate Gasser. Takes it all the way to the corner. No one in particular back at the goal line, so the loose puck taken away by Osseo-Maple Grove. Sitting on 2-1. Osseo-Maple Grove now the puck and the lead inside of 6 minutes to go. Pass up ahead for Kautzman. Kautzman in, bouncing puck, and it's settled down by the defense of Minnetonka. Good initial save by Ferguson, and the defense on the doorstep. Gasser flips it ahead. He's looking for a change, so fresh skaters will get out there for Minnetonka. As Osseo-Maple Grove, maybe another run. Larson sends it up ahead. They've got a free skater for Abbott. Abbott just had it knocked off of his stick. Looked like Hatari was doing the dirty work defensively for Minnetonka. Still in the Minnetonka zone is Abbott trying to fight with it. Pushes it into the far side corner, makes himself available behind the net, and then sweeps it along the boards. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in this second period. Puck stopped at the blue line by Kranz. He turns it back in, weaving his way through the circle. Kranz playing on the near side with Breitenfeld. Back to Kranz as he'll dip below the goal line. Inside of 5 minutes to go, puck loose, back through the slot, and Minnetonka able to clear it right back out. Up to the far side it goes for Murray. Murray goes wide against 4 defenders, sends the puck in, rebound chance, nobody home but white sweaters. And Osseo-Maple Grove able to clear it. Coming out of the zone with some control this time. 4.5 minutes to go as Abbott looking for a shot, and he has it plucked right off his stick by the defense of Minnetonka. Still not out of the zone until right then, and worked back by Bonthius. Bonthius working with Elder. Bonthius from the near side circle sends that wide with Elder flashing across the mouth of Drifke. Back to Osseo-Maple Grove as we go back and forth now. These skaters starting to get loose here and fly up and down the ice back and forth. Sawicki, one of your goal scorers, scored on a power play to open up the scoring in the first. Tried to hit the stick of Arnold near side, taken away by the Skippers. 4 minutes to go. Back inside the zone for Sawicki. Sawicki gains possession. Look for the pass to Cashbaum on the far side circle. Taken off the boards it goes. Now caught up, all kinds of skate traffic on that far side in front of the referee, and it's Minnetonka who's going to come away with possession. Bonthius, his pass intercepted. Knocked back down by Kranz. Kranz will enter it. He'll turn the corner, sharp at the circle, and send that one deflecting off of Ferguson to the far side. Osseo-Maple Grove maintains possession with Arnold, able to chip it ahead. Arnold comes off the boards, gets it right back. Defense there for Minnetonka. Trying to move it out under control. That's the key, and they do to Worms. Worms is free. Worms one-on-one with Drifke. Worms takes the shot. Drifke, the toe save. Keep it locked at 2-1, courtesy of Cameron Drifke. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. More pressure, though, coming from Minnetonka. Good move by Barth. He knew there were some teammates still back in the zone, so he works it back through neutral ice under possession. Trying to dip it down, but Jonathan Hicks gets in the way. drags it into the zone with him. Take it away, Wheaton. He'll backhand it forward. Worms is going to try and track it down. Worms on the breakaway. Minnetonka nearly had one of those early in this period. But the passing not crisp enough that time, right on the stick. Wheaton can't hang on to it on the near side as it pops past him to Kranz. Kranz flying across the Minnetonka blue line. He'll send the backhanded shot into the pads of Ferguson. They chip at it and they score. 3-1, Osseo-Maple Grove. An initial stop made by Benji Ferguson. And he couldn't settle it down. And we had a breakaway on one end and the denial by Drifke. And on the other end, with 2:29 to go in this second, the third goal of the game for Osseo-Maple Grove. See who got it. And it was Kranz doing a lot of that work as this quick shot for Wheaton is into the back of the net on the other side. It's Eli Larson picking up his fifth. So Kranz will get the assist. He put that shot on there. Osseo-Maple Grove looking for more as this puck crawls down in front of Ferguson. Another shot coming from the point, looking for the stick of Abbott, and Abbott gets it home. 2 goals in less than 30 seconds. And Osseo-Maple Grove has taken command at 4-1. That'll be Abbott's third of the tournament. And a timeout coming from Minnetonka. You get goals that close together, and you may as well take a timeout. You're watching here on Youth Hockey Hub, the 2018 Gobbler Invitational. This is the first of our 2 championship games that'll come your way back-to-back. This is the PeeWee B1 Championship at the Gobbler, presented by Paradise Rinks. 2 goals in the first for Osseo-Maple Grove, and they've scored 2 goals now in the last 38 seconds. Larson and Abbott joining Sawicki and Baki. They've outscored their opponents 18-6 in the tournament. And at least 5 goals in 3 of the 4 games. Took a 2-overtime thriller against Edina White still to put him here. Baki picks up the assist as there's a wide winding shot from Minnetonka. So Baki on the score sheet twice with his goal and assist. That's Osseo-Maple Grove working it with some speed straight to the net for Harala. It's just poked off its line. Ferguson still on his toes as that one's back to the high point. Baki will send that one in again, deflecting off of Ferguson back to the far side corner. Knocked away. Minnetonka, they've shown firepower. They had the chance to equalize this game before this run of 2 straight goals. So you know they've got the skill and the speed here in the final minute to still pop a goal and get back within 2. But they've got to go to work. It's Osseo-Maple Grove controlling here amongst a change. Intercepted at neutral ice. And McGannon trying to take it ahead, and we'll bring it back to neutral ice for the faceoff with 44.9 to play. Minnetonka will also be represented in Game 2 of our doubleheader. That's the Bantam B Championship. Edina Green will be their opponents. So Minnetonka faring well at the Gobbler overall with 2 teams in the championship game. And this Minnetonka squad at the PeeWee level came in as the highest scoring team, but right now they're trailing the number 2 scoring team coming into the game, Osseo-Maple Grove, 4-1. And by the way, that would give Osseo-Maple Grove 22 goals to the 21 of Minnetonka now for the balance of the tournament. Final 13 seconds, paused on the clock as we'll get this icing back the other way. You've got all that action coming to you live here on Youth Hockey Hub. Scheduled start time for that second one, 4:45. We had a shootout game in one of the consolation championships right before this one. Lakeville North taking a consolation victory via the shootout. Tracked down by Pontius, and they won't get a shot away. It will go to the third with a 3-goal advantage for Osseo-Maple Grove. They score twice in the final 2.5 minutes. They get goals from Eli Larson and Brady Abbott to make it 4-1. Going to the third right here on Youth Hockey Hub, it's the Gobbler presented by Paradise Rinks. (4-1) to the third period here. Minnetonka looking for some answers, and they've got to get it quick. They've jumped out to quick starts in this tournament. 10 of their 20 goals coming in have been scored in the first period. They were held to 1 on a power play in period number 1 in this game. Watched Osseo-Maple Grove score twice in the first and twice in the second. And now it's Osseo-Maple Grove with the 4-1 lead, and quickly right back to it they go with Abbott sending a deflected puck ahead. Eli Larson hacking at the rebound. That's how they've scored 2 of their goals so far, off of initial stops by Benji Ferguson. And then a bit of a no-quit nature in front, leading to goals by both Sawicki and Larson, cleaning things up off of deflections. Final 12 minutes, already ticked down 40 seconds here in the third period. And Osseo-Maple Grove able to send it out of their own zone and push it up ahead. Just flicked ahead for a change. Breitenfeld sends it down off Ferguson. No pressure, so he just directs it to the near side. But the pass out of the zone is intercepted. Osseo-Maple Grove with more pressure. A swiping shot from Sawicki. It's deflected down off his skate right into a fortuitous spot. Deflected away by Ferguson. Trying to stand tall here and let this offense go to work for Minnetonka. The Skippers have a goal from Winston Wheaton, the top scorer in this tournament, but nothing else. Puck dangerously passed in front, backwards by Minnetonka. Logan Arnold was on the doorstep, couldn't get a clean look at it. Good recovery by Minnetonka. Back on the near side it goes. Pop to the boards. Logan Arnold sends it off of Ferguson. It deflects away. A dangerous save there, but the puck flutters wide. Arnold all over Ferguson early in the first minute plus of period number 3. Cashbaum trying to spring free with the puck. Instead, it's still caught up on the near side boards. Nobody with clear control. Doyle hacking at it for Minnetonka. He's got Cashbaum on his hip again. It's finally pushed back into the Minnetonka zone where Hatari has to track it down. He spins with some space and finally sends it out to Doyle. Just played off the heel of his stick. Back deeper into the zone. Brendan Kranz, working it up the near side. Poked off the stick of Harala after a pass. He gets it ahead to Kautzman. Kautzman to Larson, and Larson with a diving attempt defensively has it knocked off of his stick. But Osseo-Maple Grove undeterred despite Hatari's efforts to knock this puck away once and twice as it's centered back in front again. Misplay by Larson. He was there, misfired rather. Tried to get it ahead, and the puck just stayed solid down on the ice. Baki will have to start it again for Osseo-Maple Grove. Inside of 10 minutes to play here in this game, leading it by 3. Looking to get to the middle for Larson again. Larson sends that puck just tipped wide for Kautzman. Kautzman has to play it down below the goal line. Hatari able to take it out up the near side, looking for Cullen Murray. Murray has his path cut off by the defense for Osseo-Maple Grove. Knocked around and a whistle. And this face-off is going to come to neutralize near side. Off to our left. 9:03 to go. Championship number 1 of the Gobbler. Here from the Bloomington Ice Gardens. Been a busy place. The high school level as well. The yearly opener presented here on Youth Hockey Hub, going on Friday and Saturday. 4 games over the 2 days. As this puck slides and settles into Ferguson, he'll settle that one down for a stick side face-off with 8:47 to go. You can watch those back as well. And it is that time, high school season getting ramped up too. Of course, at this level for these kids, there's been some hockey opportunities throughout the summer as well as Jacob Worms takes it, looking for another break. This time he's got a defender on him as he sends the shot into Drifke, who saves it again. It was Worms in a 2-1 game who took it down the ice on a breakaway, and he was denied by Drifke on the near side post. This time it turns into possession for Minnetonka. Settled back towards the blue line. See if they can work the offense around with 8:19 to play. Looking down low for Wheaton. Wheaton pinned against the boards. He shovels it off on the near side for Murray. Slides back around, out towards the front for Smith. Smith able to knock it down momentarily, but it's played out by Osseo-Maple Grove. Smith has a line on it. Instead, it's Holden Miller who takes it on the near side. Miller will turn, sprints ahead with possession. Wheaton on his left hip, trailing behind at the circle. Miller will set things up behind the goal. Trying to send it out in front. Missed the stick of Liam Doyle, and instead it's Osseo-Maple Grove working up the near side with Cashbaum. Cashbaum with a man to his left. He's got Sawicki there. Sawicki shoots and fires, and it's deflected away. That was Arnold, excuse me. Sawicki was trailing that play. Turned into no goal anyway. This is Liam Doyle back the other way. He'll pop this puck up off the glass behind the net. Almost turned into a chance in front. Instead, it's a deflected puck and another rush coming up this way. It's again Cashbaum who leads it. Got a man in the middle again, off the rebound with a charging Jonathan Hicks. It's denied again by Ferguson. Cleans up 1 and 2 saves. Pushed back towards neutral ice, coming up on 7 minutes to play. A 3-goal lead and some pressure coming up for Osseo-Maple Grove. Sawicki takes it in with a man inside of him, that's Cashbaum. Instead, spins it back, sends it towards Cashbaum on a high, waist-high pass that Cashbaum couldn't handle. Knocks down in the corner, playing on that near side with Logan Arnold. Cashbaum walks it along the goal line, has his pocket picked. Taken away. Minnetonka trying to provide some pressure. That one's sent right in front of the net. But taken away by Ben Barth. Make that Massarelli the defenseman. Trying to move it ahead. Matson caught up spinning at neutral ice. Could only send it back towards his own blue line. Dumped down, back into the zone. Pushed up ahead again. Goes off the boards on the far side. Bonthius plays it there. Bonthius left it back at the deck. Into the corner it goes. 6:20 remaining here in this third period. Knocked around and back. McGannon play it behind his own net. And this has been an aggressive, easy for me to say, an aggressive third period for Osseo-Maple Grove with a 3-goal lead, not giving Minnetonka any space to work or breathe as Bonthius trips down as he sends the puck below the goal line. Their pressure has kept Minnetonka from having the chances they need to come back in this 3-goal game. Worked ahead by Harala. Keeps possession. Dumps it back behind for Larson. Larson's shot high and wide. Kautzman to try and track it down. Instead on the near side, it's Alexa Domingo. Akella Domingo, excuse me. He lost the puck, spinning around, but can still chase for it. Fighting on the near side with Jackson McGannon. It'll be Domingo's able to push it out towards the blue line. Settled there by Harala. Harala wraps it through traffic. Dump back down below the goal line. Some changes coming up. Kautzman trying to hang on to possession with Domingo. It's plucked free by Minnetonka. Hits the skate of a flying Lucas Bakke there. He's able to recover. He heads for the bench. Check that, he's still out there, able to send it down towards Breitenfeld. Breitenfeld plays it below the goal line, trying to backhand it forward for a centering pass. Abbott's there. Abbott, the last goal scorer, made it 4-1 with just 1:51 to go in the second. We've had no other scoring here with 4:50 to go in this game. Minnetonka trying to change it on a break. Murray steps inside 2 defenders. His shot blocked away. Possession still held by Minnetonka, but in some traffic. Poke back to the blue line. Osseo-Maple Grove. Tight quarters passing, able to get it to Abbott. Abbott working 2-on-1. Abbott with a man in the middle, and it's swept away. Good defensive work by Smith on the near side from Minnetonka. He's able to get it ahead to Wheaton. Wheaton looking to create. Instead, he's blanketed by 2 defenders and loses the puck back onto the stick of Tate Brink. 4:10 to go. Backed up in the corner. Ben Barth. Centering pass, looking for Wheaton. Instead, skips out high of the circle. Smith, he'll wind one down there as we hit the 4-minute mark. Wheaton trying to track it down in the corner. Instead, taken out by Osseo-Maple Grove. Looking to put some of that token pressure on again. Enter it inside the blue line. Puck slides free back between the circles. An easy pickup down there for Holden Miller. Miller sends it up ahead. Intercepted by Cashbaum. Cashbaum with Arnold floating down the slot. Sends the shot wide and off the boards. Cashbaum and Arnold working behind the net. It pops free to the far side. That would be Sawicki. Back from the blue line, a tipped puck up into the netting. That was off the stick of Arnold. And we'll fly back to neutral ice with 3:25 remaining. 2 in the first, Sawicki and Baki. 2 in the second, Larson and Abbott. Kranz and Baki the assists. Power play goal, Sawicki got it started, and a lone goal from Minnetonka. A power play effort for Wheaton back in the first. And here in the third specifically, the pressure has all been applied by Osseo-Maple Grove. A little bit of physicality there on the blue line. To get Doyle the puck, he moves it up ahead to Gassert. Gassert wraps it around with 3:08 remaining. Up to the top for Langvin on the near side. Langvin plays it down to keep control for Minnetonka. We'll go under 3 minutes remaining in a 3-goal game. Minnetonka, you like their chances to make some hay early in this period with the scoring they can do, but they have just been shut down and outpossessed by Osseo-Maple Grove. Puck slides free to the near side with 2:40 to go. Doyle. Doyle in space. He has that knocked off his stick by Briggs-Leeser. Don't forget where it's starting here, this pressure for Osseo-Maple Grove. Those defensemen back, able to get sticks opportunistically on pucks and move it up the ice and find guys like Sawicki, who takes it all the way to the blue line before dumping it down. 2:20 to go, 4-1, Osseo-Maple Grove, that close to winning the Gobbler here in 2018. Massarelli wraps it around the far side boards. Puck pops up, knocks down. Stays in the zone, more pressure coming, this time applied by Kautzman. Kautzman with the backhand try on the feed from Larson, and it's denied by Ferguson. Back to Kautzman in front again, and the puck just spins wide. Knocked by Smith, intercepted on the near side by Domingo. Still held at the blue line as he sends it back down. 1:45 remaining in this one. Puck just misplayed and pushed in by Larson. Minnetonka just struggling to get it out of their own zone. Finally some space for Wyatt Elder. He sends it up ahead to Langvin. Langvin has to chip it up, looking to get some scorers out there. The top 2 scoring teams in this tournament driving to the finish here with 80 seconds to go in the Gobbler here at the PeeWee level. And it's the number 2 scoring team coming in that has put up 4 goals. Looking for another with Abbott. He's already got one today. He'll shovel that one just behind the net, keep things rolling. 1:05 to go. Taken off the boards, back out in front, chipped in with the backhand of Abbott. Saved away by Ferguson. We're inside of a minute to go. Harala maintained possession. Larson can get a much-deserved rest as Abbott hangs on to it. Nifty moves the puck up ahead. He's looking for Baki momentarily, but it's deflected and taken away by Minnetonka. 40 seconds to go. A walk along the goal line for Breitenfeld. He gets it back behind the net. Looking for more. They would score 5 goals for a 4th time in 5 games if they could do it here. But it's all academic now with 20 seconds to go. It will be the Osseo-Maple Grove PeeWee B1 entry here in the Gobbler 2018. It comes away with the championship and some turkey. Inside the final 10. They didn't need to score here in the third. They put up 4 with 2 apiece in the first 2 periods. And the Gobbler champs for 2018, unbeaten at 5-0, are Osseo-Maple Grove. 4-1, your score. Jacob Sawicki got things started with a power play goal with 4:53 to go in the first. His second, make it his third of the tournament. 43 seconds remaining in the first, in a 1-1 game. It went to Lucas Baki, who was able to score and break the tie, and that would be your game winner for Baki, coming on his first goal of the tournament. And then in the second period, even strength goals coming for Eli Larson, his fifth of the tournament, to tie him for second in scoring. And then Brady Abbott picks up his third. Baki also chipped in another assist to give him a goal and 2 assists on the tournament. And they'll have the trophy presentation here for the victorious Osseo-Maple Grove squad. They'll get the championship hardware. The 2018 Gobbler here, presented by Paradise Rinks.
Great tournament. Before we hand out the championship trophy and MVP awards, a quick shout out to both coaching staffs, Josh Hicks and his group at Osseo-Maple Grove, and Sean Barth and his crew at Minnetonka. They do a lot of work at that time helping out kids. Really appreciate that. Hats off to them. Before we hand out our MVP, I'd like to just note a couple of players that we noticed over the weekend. Had great weekends over on the Minnetonka side. Ben Barth, Ryan Bontius, and Winston Wheat all had great tournaments. Congratulations, guys, on a great tournament. Over on the Osseo-Maple Grove side, big defensemen, successful defensemen. They had a great weekend. It was always 4-6 back there. Brody Halala. Up front, Ryan Caspon had a big goal today, a great tournament as well. We couldn't decide on MVP, so we were going to give out 2 today. Co-MVPs, Lucas Baki and Karsten Katzmann. Please come forward. Minnetonka, you had a wonderful tournament this weekend. Please come forward and get your runner-up trophy. And slowly but surely, one of the more famous YHH trophies will be now handed out, with their names will be on it coming next year. Osseo-Maple Grove Black, please come forward as champions.
There they are, the champions of your 2018 Gobbler Invitational, Osseo-Maple Grove. They upend Minnetonka 4-1 in the championship. We've got one more champion to crown, and it comes your way next here on Youth Hockey Hub. It's the 2018 Gobbler Invitational, presented by Paradise Rinks.